It's my pleasure to be with you today as this is open discussion to know each other. So I'm happy to talk to African guys, my lovely continent and my almost, we can say, my lovely country. Today, let me introduce myself for you. My name is Bouma Ali. I am Associate Professor in the Chemistry Department, Faculty of Science at Al-Azhar University in Egypt. I'm just recently, maybe last month, I am promoted to Associate Professor. So I'm working in material science. My main research interest is material science, especially supercapacitors. Again, I'm happy to be with you today in this forum or this seminar. And to save our time, shall we start directly? This 20 minutes is given to me. And at the end, we can discuss our point of views. So, as I mentioned, I am working in material science, especially energy storage materials. Firstly, let me give a brief introduction about what I'm doing in my research. I'm working, and as I got my PhD, and after my PhD, I got by the way, I got my PhD on 2015. I got my PhD in 2015 on one branch of material science we call supercapacitors. Supercapacitors. This is a new branch of science which deal with energy storage. This supercapacitor, I give just 2 slides about what are supercapacitors, just to get an idea for future collaboration or something. So supercapacitors, they are alternative energy storage device which can store electrical energy. It's something very close. I know we are from different background, different discipline. So maybe we need to maybe give a brief note about what are supercapacitors. Supercapacitors are alternative energy storage device. It could store high amount of energy compared to by normal battery. And it can survive for a long time. For example, if you imagine your phone working with supercapacitors, so the energy storage source, it could survive for longer time compared to our battery, which is maybe the maximum age of the battery is around 1 year. So this supercapacitor could be applied for a lot of application, including electric vehicles, household electronics, emergency door in airplanes, and in DC supplies, and all electronic devices. Every device which use electricity as powering source, we can replace the battery with this supercapacitor. So in my research interest, this is a wide area. So in my research or in my work, I focused only to produce or to fabricate these supercapacitors from waste source. The material for this supercapacitor is quite expensive. So I used to prepare this material from waste source to help the environment, to get clean environment on the side, and on the other hand, to get a cheap or low cost precursor for this material. Unsuccessfully, we recycled spent carbon battery, lithium ion battery, agriculture waste, all this waste, even electronic and agriculture waste, we recycled into nanomaterials, and we use this nanomaterial for fabrication of supercapacitors. Okay, during my research work, during my PhD and after PhD so far, I have published around 100 papers on different areas, including supercapacitors, nanocomposites, water treatment, and sensor. And this is my Google Scholar account showing citation to my papers, around 2,400 citation for the whole of my papers, and my H index shows around 28 each index. And according to Scopus, which is indexing database for the journals, showing out of my 100 papers, around 88 of them is indexed by Scopus and showing citation around 1,700. And my each index on Scopus is 26. And to help or to contribute to the research community, from time to time we have to sacrifice some of our time, and we share our time and effort with the others. So we have to do a review for the others' work, and this is the Babylon account or Babylon profile showing the statistics of the papers that I review for the other researcher. So I reviewed around 160 papers submitted to the journal or published by the other researcher. I act as a reviewer for this paper. And my collaboration actually, what helped me to achieve some publication or some achievement in my career is the collaboration. Actually, to find someone to collaborate with is a good point to do a good research or to do high quality research. So I am lucky to get all this collaboration from a wide range of countries. I mean, around worldwide collaborators from USA, from Singapore, from Australia, especially from Africa. I have collaboration with South Africa, Algeria, Libya, Morocco, and definitely Egypt, and some from European and Asian countries. So I have a lot of collaborators from different institutes in the world. And this is according to Insight Web of Science, showing my collaboration and how many numbers I co-authored with some international collaborations. The majority definitely from Egypt and Malaysia, because I got my PhD from Malaysia 2015. So the majority Egypt and Malaysia, because this is my main affiliation and this is my secondary affiliation. But still I have some paper with Saudi Arabia, Iran, USA, and South Africa, India, and so on, so many countries. And this is from our lovely continent, especially Africa. I have collaboration with these 4 countries, red circles, Libya, Algeria, Morocco. I don't know why Morocco is not written on this map. Maybe if I zoom in, it will appear. So from Morocco and South Africa. So these countries, they have real collaboration and real publication published from these 2 countries or from some universities or institutes in these countries. And by the way, this is a distribution of the citations to my work among all the countries, the distribution of citation from which country I got some citations. This is a we call it citation map. We can access from Web of Science database. And examples of my African collaborations, this book chapter is published with Libyan author from Libya, and we will publish this book chapter together. So this is the first collaboration from the African country, from Libya. This paper published in Textile Research Journal. It's published with my colleague or my co-author from Algeria, Abdurrahman Bouafia from Algeria. And this paper is published in SN Applied Science Journal with a collaboration of Dr. Mahjoubi from Morocco, from Moulay Suleiman University in Morocco. This paper published in Journal of Molecular Liquid, published with some pioneer researcher from South Africa, Beyond Gupta. And actually, I have a good friends from Africa. As one of them is Dr. Suleiman from Chad. He is my roommate in Malaysia. We have a long-time friendship in Malaysia. And this is Edward from Nigeria. I met him for 2 weeks program in Jordan. Actually, very active and very friendly researcher from Africa. And here's some of my exhibition during my presentation of my work. And actually, this is a main point for our work, because majority or high number of the researcher is just do research academically only. So they just do their lab, do their research, publish a paper, does it, full stop. But we have to show our work to community, to industry, for the policymaker or the others. So Malaysia actually successful in this area, which is I didn't found in Egypt, to be honest. They do some collaboration between industry and research institute, universities, and industry. They combine both together, or they bring both together to get a common point between both of them. So my university in Malaysia used to do this exhibition every year, and they invite the whole the industrial guys, the factories, all the industry to come to see what the university did for as a research, and which factory interested in one type of research or a specific kind of research, he do collaboration or discuss further discussion with these guys. So this is some of my exhibition during in Malaysia, and this is some award I got during these exhibitions. They do some classification or marking about the quality of the work, and they got some award like gold medals, Green Technology Award, this one, and so on. And also some of awards during exhibition, even in Malaysia or overseas. Based on my research achievement, I luckily got some national and international awards. Most of them, or on the top of them, is the TWAS award. TWAS award I got sharing with Professor Inani from Suez Canal University in Egypt. Also, this is international award. I got it 2018. And just very recently, just two weeks ago, or maybe 1 week ago, I got an international award called Mubadarات Prize, which is supported by African organization, Academic Science, African Academy of Science, AAS, and Natural Science Publishing. By this support of these two organizations, I got the award for Young Distinguished Researcher below 40. I'm luckily still below 40, so I eligible to apply for this kind of award. And this is some of with my university DVC, Deputy Vice Chancellor. During also my junior year of research, I was lucky to get invited speaker to give a talk during a big conference. I luckily to join this team, which I give a talk in front of Andre Jim, who is Nobel laureate, and Yuri Gogosti. This is two pioneers in the material science. This is who discovered graphene 2004 and got Nobel Prize on his discovery of graphene. And this is Yuri Gogosti. He is a pioneer in material science for energy storage. Exactly, he working on MaxEne, which is very close to graphene, the same, almost very close material to graphene. I think he will get Nobel Prize very soon. And so this is some of the conferences I gave a talk as a keynote speaker. And also I'm a member of some international and national societies, American Chemical Society, EAS, which is Egyptian society under our ASRT, Academic Research, Science and Research Technology in Egypt, Natural Science Publishing, USA, Egyptian Society of Advanced Material, and so on, some of the national and international organization. And this is some of TV shows I got invited to for a discussion with TV shows. And some of the reports published in newspaper, but unfortunately it is in Arabic. And this is my recently published book. It's published in Springer, which a well-known publisher just recently, I think in the beginning of May. It's on waste recycling technology for nanomaterial manufacturing. As you know now, the whole world suffers from the accumulation of the waste in our environment. So based on my PhD and my research in this point, as I worked on recycling the waste material into nanomaterial to fabricate supercapacitors. So I get idea to write to edit a book on this point. So by help of some other co-author, we published this book around, it's a big handbook around 1,000 page and more than 30 chapters. And this is my team, my research team in Malaysia, our group member, and this is our group leader. Definitely I will talk on him privately. This is our lab, synthesis lab, and electrochemistry lab. And finally, this is my mentor, my PhD supervisor. Definitely, I have to call him my friend, as it's not my word. This is his word. All the time, he called me my friend, and when he introduced to me to the other guys or the other researcher or any other people, he introduced me as my friend Guma. He never say my student Guma. He is very friendly and very active guy. He is Malaysian, Chinese Malaysian, very smart guy and very helpful. And he has helped me a lot during my PhD and even after. So far now I am 5 years or 6 years after my PhD, and he's still helping me. And he never gave up to help me. Even in my promotion as a associate professor, he helped me a lot. So far, I published with him 40 papers, which is quite a big number to publish with the same author, this kind of, this number of papers with the same, to keep harmony with the guy. And I'm still remember some of his or his sentences. He always said, "You have a noble thinking," and he said also, "You are my right hand in my research." And after my experiment with him, he informed the others. He was talking to others. During his talk with Egyptian, he mentioned after my experiment with him, all Egyptian.
Lórí fóònù mi ṣe wọn pé status ẹ̀yin gan máa wo status mi nígbà míì.
Sorry. So he is my real mentor and my supervisor during my last and my coming future, my coming research journey, and I'm very thankful for him. I think I finished up my slides. So luckily I just spent 18 minutes for this simple presentation. It's just to know each other. It's just like briefing to myself, for you. It's just briefing to know each other for future collaboration, for to come to some common bonds between each other. Maybe in the future we can collaborate and we can do a good job together. So luckily we still have 12 minutes. So this is your turn to learn from you. So let's make it open discussion, and we can discuss anything we could do.
Yeah, thank you, Goma, for your presentation, telling us about your researches and all the work you've done. Very nice. I just want to ask, how can one edit a book published by Springer? Because I know Springer is an international organization and they are doing so well. I'm highly competitive to have a work published by them. So how can I work on to get my work published by Springer? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. How to publish a book with